What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of the walkthrough. So, before we go by the Pilgrim's Perch Key, we do need 18,000. I've showed you guys the farm, but I did, before we, have all the souls and jump over there to buy the key, I did want to show people the farm one more time. For anyone struggling with it, check it out. It's really easy. Look, this roll right here, because he's doing a headbutt. If you get caught with it, it might not make him charge at you where it needs to. You don't even have to roll. Just wait till I say, just walk. Just walk ahead. Look how easy that is. Right? It's not bad. Now, you used to be able to just rest, run off the edge, and he would just follow you and run after you in Umbral. Now, he doesn't do that, so you got to get a little more creative with it. So, we need to hit this one more time, so we're just going to do it one more time together. And you might not even have to roll. You probably just run straight. Yeah, he ain't hitting us, so that was more precaution. So if that makes it easier, as that was the part that was messing me up, don't worry about it. And just last second, not even last second, just right before he gets to you, just walk away. Simply walk away, guys. That's it. And that's the farm. Right there. What did we get? 2 times. Like 1,500 because we were killing the other guy too. So every 4 times is 3,000. It literally took me, I think, 7 minutes. That's it. 7 minutes, and I was actually able to get all the souls we're missing. And so I'd say it would take no more than 12 to 15 minutes from scratch. We had a few thousand, just to be completely honest. But, from scratch, that's it. So we're going to go over here. And once again, this is not any cheap or cheesy shortcut or anything like that. He sells a key. All we're doing is buying an item from NPC and using it to our advantage. So I don't find any issue with that. But we do have an upgrade, so let's go and grab that while we're here.
Continue. Fellow sanctified vessel, may Aureus's divine radiance flow through me and into you.
Yeah, it's like, I usually, honestly, in my playthroughs, guys, I just progress the game, and when he moves from this spot to what he has to do in endgame, he drops the key, and you get it for free, and I was never really worried about it. But you gotta also remember, I was doing Umbral builds, as no Radiance wasn't concerned for me. But this is gonna help a lot of people out, so I would like to do so. Now, we're going to jump over to Sanctuary. Matter of fact, the last seedling we placed should be right at the door. So there's 3 doors, and we're going to get all the stuff. There's a pendant at one, yep. Armor at this one. So we're just jumping over to our last seedling place. If you plant another one, it's kind of why I didn't recommend you to do it, but if you did, just go from the Sanctuary, work your way up. That's going to be your closest spot. There's going to be the resonance set. Armor's pretty ugly. The leggings look okay. The greaves look okay. One thing I don't like about these is you don't wear any shoes, but it's nice. You actually look like you got some protection. It's just kind of weird with no shoes. Besides that, the gauntlets aren't bad, I think they're just kind of beefy. And it's at a bunch of way early games, so we'll probably just go with these. Actually, they look kind of nice, especially with dodge. I use them in game to keep my weight low with doing these lot bigger weapons, you know what I mean? It's just kind of nice to keep your weight limit lower. And then you got the bell helm. So a large bell battered and bloodstained, one by one declared to have received the sacred resonance. Sorry. I just said it right the first time. Of course, reading it had to fuck me up. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we get the resonance set, right? Get a decent looking, early armor set, even though this is typically you'd get this late game, as we haven't really fought any of these bell guys yet, but still. Then from there we're going to go to the bell room. Now there's 2 more doors. The one we're about to take now, which is pretty much just going to be suicide run, late game areas, really high level enemies, guys. But this is very much worth our time, and it's going to open some huge doors for us.
Another
so let's go ahead and get Byron's dialogue.
The hallowed sentinel, but nothing. And remember, mind your youth on it.
Mind yourself.
Mind yourself.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. Now we're going to open this key door. Oh, we got to get the map though. So, like I mentioned, late game area, these enemies are really hard to beat, so it's going to be more of a suicide run. If you want to try to, if you want to use your lantern to get through here, these guys are all sharing a parasite, which is right here. Be careful, you might get pulled into Umbral. That's actually a mimic. You guys haven't even ran into mimics yet. But when you see this, how the tail on that item's going all over the place. Hey, we weren't even in the land. We weren't in Umbral anymore. So just soul flay it. And with that, you'll be able to pick up the items. They're always just consumables, but Vicious Moth's going to let you fast travel and not, worry about, losing your souls for doing so, like the Desiccated Moth. And we'll try to take these enemies out, just be thorough. But if anyone's struggling, just run ahead, jump down that hole, and grab a hammer down there. You're probably going to die because there's 3 spiked head guys with a parasite. It's very hard, even when we come to do it. Now this guy, he can be pretty tough. We're going to start facing certain versions of him, and where we are at on this episode in Pilgrim's Perch, like the area we're supposed to be in, but it's not like him. He's going to be tougher. And Perry will help out. As you see, look at the damage. Even critical didn't do that much. If you could just play it safe, go over here, get your parasite popped, try to fight these guys one-on-one. The smaller ones will have the same health, but like even that guy just took us 4 hits with the buff weapon to kill him. Usually it's 1 without. So, more health, more damage, so on and so forth. So there's gonna be a guy up top. See if we can just knock him down. He usually falls after 1 range. God, look at these guys. Archer's still going. We knocked him off completely. Got that smite. There, now he wants to fall. He's about dead. Let's just continue to take him out. So there's 3 spike head guys here. Okay. Now these guys are a lot stronger than you're used to. So we're just gonna drop off our plank. We're gonna run. We're gonna grab this. And they also have a parasite. Not to mention there's 3 spiked head guys. 3. You know how much of a problem 1 is. So don't play around with them. Now from here we're gonna run. Jump, and that hammer, that's going to be the suggested weapon for our playthrough we just picked up. This Devotion Smite has 100 smite total. A lot of physical, a lot of holy. What's nice is it's an even split with physical and holy, meaning you're going to get the same amount of scaling. So if you did a Radiance build at like 30-30, and you get 150 scaling of Radiance, you're also going to get, or holy, you're also going to get 150 physical damage from the scaling. It's going to be even. Now, I wasn't even up to like the end of the game, and I was already at over like 830. 830. Yeah, fucking insanity. And that was probably a waste. Like I said, the suicide run, if you end up getting killed here, just do the run back. If you have the seeds, like you have a few, like 5 or something, put 1 down, ain't gonna hurt. But I only have 1, which is crazy, because I've only used 2 seedlings the whole playthrough so far, being a few hours in. So we're going to try to clear this area as we go, so not stabbing us in the back. But, guys, love of God, if you're struggling here, just run past everything. You do not have to do this. I'm doing the walkthrough, so you guys can run through and get everything. But for me, I need to try to take my time and actually show you guys everything, right? Just going to type in these souls and this guy. There's a really elite enemy in here, unless he actually died, which no, he did not. Through the door, brother. But there's a ring in there we really want. God, I don't want to waste my seedling though. I really don't. We might have to. We could buy seedlings actually from they're 1,200 souls a piece. But it might actually be worth it to save the run back we just did. We're not too far in it. We might just take our chances. Yeah, I'm trying to just take my time going through there so you guys can actually see. You have the time to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll just do the run back. It's not that bad. We just run past everything. But there's a ring over there. It's going to add like 3 points of strength, helping us reach weapon requirements. And we're about to, grab. Bro, get me out of the fucking corner. This is. Yeah, I mean, what choice did I have, honestly? So as you guys see, every death we've had in this game so far has been the game fucking up. Seriously, it's traps us in a corner. We can't defend ourselves. We can't get out of it. We've not died head up in 1 fight. Not even 1. It's just from the game's buggy bullshit. Regardless, I already stated it's a suicide run, so it's what to expect. I was just trying to, do a good job being thorough, clearing out, make sure you guys have the time to see what's going on. But pretty much, the main gist of it is below you drop down for Devotion's Might thus far. And you gotta enter Umbral. It's the only way to get across. It already kind of puts you in a bad spot, if you're not gonna have that other life to help you out anymore, right? So if you die, you're just dead. Good heal. And stay buffed too. Like I said, higher level enemies here, right? So first gonna go across them. I really want this ring though, because we want to work on health and stamina, and it's, not gonna make us feel like we have to hit these levels right now. Alright, so now we got that. We're just moving forward. Like I said, I'm still trying to just go through and take my time so no one gets lost or confused, but it's a pretty straightforward path. When you get here, this guy's going to try to push you, so trigger him. Now we're back on the outside of Pilgrim's Perch. You're going to notice these enemies are more of our level, because it's kind of like the same area we're supposed to be in. Now, not all of them, but some. So we're going to go here, pick up the hammer that has holy and blood loss that's about to go on. So we're already going to get some weapons that we could use early on until we reach the stat requirements for our other weapons. So do keep that in mind. Like, if you're like, well, damn, we get these weapons and we're not able to use it. Well, we're going to leave here with better weapons we could use immediately. But the other weapons are just something to aim for. So we know we already have it. We don't have to wait. As soon as we have the levels, we can use it. So we're going to roll through those. This ain't a bad spot to put a seedling. It's halfway through the area. We're just kind of working our way out, grabbing a big ass sword, a bunch of blood loss, and then we're getting a vestige and we're done. We might press for a little bit more because this is all about strength radiance builds, and there is one other weapon like right outside this doorway for just like a good quality weapon. So I think that would help people out, and it helps even more classes, more important than anything else. Alright, let's just try to just run through. You guys see what's going on. So this is the part where it gets tricky. So it's when you get here, if you were to go left, there's a boss fight that leads out to how you actually progress to the end game. But here to the right, roll through, it's going to be 2 barrels back to back. So there's one there, roll, you just time it right, you're okay. Now there's a spike head and archers, we're running right past everything. We're kind of zigzagging. Keep that in mind. Now over here to the left, I'll try to exit easy. Don't let me know. So grab your sword. Roll. Then you're run out the doorway. Go to the left. Grab the vestige. Don't get killed. Thank God. So we made it. So getting to this vestige is actually going to trigger the merchant to expand his inventory. When you get to this vestige, just proceeding through the game, he will start to sell this huge great hammer. It has 100 blood loss and holy and physical, and it has lower stat requirements than Devotion's Might. So this will be, by end game, what we'll be doing is I'm going to suggest you put a shield on here. Actually, we don't need the stats yet, don't worry about it. So we'll be putting a shield on, and then we're just going to have a big hammer. And I like it, it's colossal, right? But it's not slow. You still, you have these big swipes, but it's just a phenomenal weapon. It's a really good looking weapon, but the attacks on it are just fucking tremendous. It's really, really good. So that's going to be like pretty much a suggested build with a better shield and catalyst, but that's the weapon. But if you look at the stats, 28, we will not reach this for a time. CC unupgraded, so that's going to be AA. But it gets 100 smite and then a bunch of physical, a bunch of holy. We're going to be at over 820 something, fully leveled out and upgraded, with high stats. And then you're going to get that smite and you have your weapon buff with more holy, and it's just freaking devastating, guys. It is a devastating build. That's one option. The other option is Bloody Glory. Bloody Glory, look at this. Big ass holy sword with barbed wire all over, really wide swings. And we can go with either weapon we want. We don't have to go, with the hammer if you don't want. If you like this better, it is nice. But with this, you just gotta remember when you're fighting enemies, be patient. This isn't like our weapons where we're like, bop, 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 bop. No, this is like, 1, maybe 2 swings, get back into your blocking stance. 1, maybe 2 swings, that's the opening, and you can actually get that combo out, and then you're back in your blocking. So you're being more patient with it. So those are our 2 choices. And I honestly, it doesn't matter which path you guys go. It does not matter. Just know this is going to be, you want to pretty much stop at 20, maybe 25 at most. Or I'd probably just stop at 20, because if you get 15 agility, you'll get that really nice radiant shield in game. And then you're just going to go high radiance. It's still mainly a radiance build, just with 20 strength, and you get 300 blood loss. The AR on this is over 800. But towards end-game stats, you're going to be getting way more holy than you are physical, and it's just truly devastating. So either one of those weapons, either it's the hammer or the sword, I highly, 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 highly suggest. It's going to help newer players get through the game much easier. And it is a tough call, because this has just nice beefy hits, and you still get that wide swipe on your third, but it's a colossal weapon that actually has some speed to it, which I really like. You know what I mean? Really like that. And, it's devastating. Smite's just as good as blood loss, but the bloody glory is just phenomenal too. It's just both of them are just fucking awesome. And then you can 2-hand. But I suggest 1-handing it, because we get runes, and runes give you special abilities like gaining health upon killing enemies, or more scaling, more holy damage, more status damage, and you can socket them. So you can socket 3 runes into a shield and 3 runes into a sword. So you can double-hand it. But I like the moveset better 1-handed for 1. For 2, you're able to use 6 runes instead of 3, so it's just, yeah, I mean, I suggest playing around with both. But the reason why we got these, as I said before, you want to know how to do your build. So if you were to go for this, you want to go high radiance and just the bare minimum of strength. So you're like, okay, let me get to 20 strength, take radiance up to 32, and work on that so I can use this weapon. This other one is 28. So with that, you got to try to, meet those stat requirements of, those stats. So, it's going to be more evenly distributed stats, but it gives you something to work towards, right? Where you start just putting your build together. And we should be able to use hammer with the ring we just picked up. Let's see. So we just picked up 2 rings. First of all, we got, where is it? Yeah, the Brawn ring. We picked that up down there with that Holy Knight was, just in this, new area. Increased strength, that gets you up to 13. That helps us reach the requirement for this early hammer. You need 13 strength. So until we get done with health and stamina, we at least have a good weapon, that we're able to use. Beyond that, we also picked up the Dark Crusader's ring, or Dark Crusader's Convalescence. Gain a period of regenerating health upon using your heal, your Sacred Nerix. So those are 2 options, but at least with this, it helps us, have the stats to use a hammer. So the hammer is really nice early on to, we have our stats for other weapons, because it has 80 blood loss, and then physical and holy. It scales with strength and radiance, very much goes with our build, just like our hammer does. So we could use these, beat the whole game with if we want, if you like it that much. But if you're doing this with holy and blood loss, you would want to do something like Hallowed Praise as well, where you get holy and blood loss. Although this is only agility, so our stats are going to do nothing for it. But with both of those, you're getting blood loss of both weapons. You're actually going to proc it faster over time. But, for early on, this is pretty nice. Now, we are going to go forward a bit, guys, because, this has all been about radiance, strength, radiance, and look at that, 2 more larges. I'm not looking at the notes of this episode, so that's why I didn't know those were there. I forgot those were there. But we go right around here, pick up Bigger Skull, and more importantly, get a weapon for quality build. So that's the Anvil Hammer. We're not going to do anything else here. Nothing else at all. We don't belong here yet. This is just an early route to get everybody in the best position they could be in. Because of that, we have completely done everything we need to do here. And we're going to go apparently kill these dogs and die to them. Yeah, his fucking dog's health is crazy. Where's that blood loss? There it is. Yeah, see, I mean, you're still going to get the blood loss off with, only 1 weapon doing it, but it's going to take more hits, right? So do keep that in mind. So now it's time to work up our endurance and warp back to the bell room. So I do hope that's helping people, to realize their build and what they're trying to aim for. That's, the whole point, just to put us in a really good spot. Now, the merchant, because we rested there, he's going to sell another really good great hammer, just like the one we're going to use for the main build. But instead of having 100 smite, it'll have 100 blood loss. And what I like about it, it has lower requirements. You only need like 26 radiance and 20 strength. So we'll be able to reach that. Well, the 20 strength is only 7 points with the ring, and then the 26 is only 8. You know what I mean? So it's not far. It's like 15 points, and we'll be able to use that. And it still gets holy, still gets physical, and it gets blood loss. But till that time, like I said, you could go ahead and use your small berylliums and any regulars early on if it's a weapon, you know, that you like these we like. But we know we're aiming for something better. We'll upgrade them as much as we can, but we're not going to touch any larges, guys, whatsoever. Also, doing that route, there comes a time mid-game where we start getting larges. We won't get enough to fully upgrade, but doing that, we will, because we already have 4. Here's mid-game, we'll get our final upgrade mat for the weapons, and then we'll get quite a few larges. The merchant will sell 5. Then with those, we should have enough to get plus 10 weapon in the middle of the game. That's fucking crazy. From here, we are going to buff on up. As you go in this room, you're going to see a ladder. That goes on up to a very late game area where we just were. The backside of that, don't worry about it. So you're able to go down here and progress all the way out, and then you can go this way. Both paths lead to the same way, but this first path can't get us up top, why that lower path eventually does. But still, like, we don't have to even take this one. We could do it all from just draining the water and going that way. But I want to be thorough and show everybody we're not missing anything. And people might think, oh, well, if you didn't go that way, you missed something. It wouldn't be true. But it's easier for me to show you guys. So I'm not, because I know there's some people probably don't walk through like, oh, don't worry about that. And it's probably because they just don't know any better. Then that's how people end up missing things. For me, I'd rather just show you guys so you know, I know what I'm talking about and no one's missing anything. I mean, trust me, guys, I have over 100 hours just in note taking, not including my playthrough. So we're gonna do a good job here. We're not gonna miss anything that's gonna help us, or at all. I mean, if we do, you guys let me know. But I think we did a pretty good job. Anyways, from here, take your ladder down right behind. We're going to go get another faint figure skull. Then we want to go on down, and this is going to lead to the Bowl of Revelations and other quest items, and the blacksmith. So right here, that's your Bowl of Revelations, and I logged on. But we're half withered because we just entered Umbral, and we have pretty beefy enemies to deal with. Dodge. Good. We're actually about to get out of the way. Oh, she got me. We're gonna try to run out of the way so we can heal. Oop, no, you dumbass. And buff up. Makes dealing with everything much easier as we're just completely surrounded here. I didn't want to pop that rabbit's foot, but check it out. Right here, I didn't realize, like I told you guys, the game just auto-equips shit in your slots. It's fucking annoying as fuck. It's so annoying. That's why I said just, with your quick item, slot your own shit there. Because the game's going to take it upon itself and just quick slot items. And just like there, I was going for a heal and I popped a rabbit's foot to boost item discovery. Like, how's that going to help me heal, right? I'm just going to fuck you. So, auto-equip your own shit, you don't have to worry about it. There we go. Now we're getting everybody off of our dig. It's going to be much easier to progress. So there's a Bowl of Revelations. Excuse me. There's a Bowl of Revelations. Then we'll just kind of clear them out. I mean, they're not really going to stop coming, but with the climb a ladder, I don't want people swiping us on the back. Alright, just going to move on forward. This is like an unreachable place. Like, if you guys remember, right before we got to the main vestige here, we had to like do the Umbral stuff and do with the spike head. Well, if you were to be on that plank and look straight, you would have seen this area with these big ass bells, but it was seemingly like unreachable. Like that would have been right past where we just were out there. But this is how you get to it. Just other paths around. I'm really tempted to put a few points in agility so I could use that other blood loss weapon. That'd be pretty strong early on. It really would. So we're talking about 4 points. It's not like just. No, although I don't recommend farming, I almost want to just for this 4 points. So I'm not wasting my hard-earned points on a stat that is not going to benefit me later on. Or we're just say fuck it and do what we got. I'm not farming for levels. It just kind of makes sense in that case because I want to use that weapon, but I'm not doing agility build, right? So, anywho, just go ahead and kick down your plank for your shortcut. I have a couple guys to deal with. One's right here. The stop lock on. I really wish I knew why I did that so much. Alright, let's get him down. Let's grab our stuff. Drop. Oh, look at that. Another small. That's going to buff up. We have a spike head dude. We should be able to soul flame, but in case it doesn't work, you know, we want to make sure we have our damage. So when these guys are actually lined up, unfortunately they're not, you could get a drop attack and hit both of them. See if I can just line them up. There you go. So if you just pop a range attack on them, it'll kind of bring them close to each other. Now this gentleman's going to have a parasite. Get that, kill him, immediately turn around. Soul flame. Pull him to the left. Hopefully it takes like it's supposed to. And we're good. Let's siphon up his souls. And you're going to notice we have to go in Umbral. First, we're just going to go over here, grab our stuff. That one kind of blends in on the fire, so it's hard to see, but it's there. So you can see the entities. First, go to the right side. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong button. To the top right. Now we're going to go to this beam over here. Go all the way out. Kind of look up. Get that one. Now we're going to go down here. So, you know, I don't mind staying buff, so we, you know, we just go through hit him once, he's like dead, you know what I mean? Because it's holy, he's umbral, so he's weak to holy, obviously. So are Inferno enemies, it's holy. Pretty sure umbral enemies are weak to, Inferno as well. It's crazy having 3 different magic types in the game, and it's really wild. And all of them are so viable. Now we're going to go to the end, after grabbing the Book of Sin, which will be the Gunmire. Pop that one, and now you'll start to hear the entity being cleared. You hear it, it's loud as fuck. No way to miss what that is. Alright, so we're about to work our way out and go get our blacksmith very early on in the game. I mean, if you guys didn't do side content, you'd have this blacksmith within an hour and a half of playing the game. But, you know, we did the sanctuary stuff, taking that side path, went to the Pilgrims Perch, stuff like that. But still, you know, episode 3, and we have a blacksmith already. It's, you know, pretty awesome. I can't speak highly enough how good of a job they did with this game. The timing, like, they're always giving you exactly what you need to have a strong build pretty early on. The level design, everything linking back to Firelink, or not Fire, what the fuck, Skybridge. Just did a phenomenal job with this game. They have a sequel coming out too. They said 2026. I'm actually looking forward to it. At first, a lot of people had some hate for this game. I never understood it. I always thought it was phenomenal. There's some things that could annoy you, but it's a phenomenal game nonetheless. You know, you can't doubt that, in my opinion. It's just, you know, sometimes you get stuck in the corner like we did, and it gets very irritating, or, you know, you might just die to dumb shit with platforming. But all in all, it's just a phenomenal game, and for their first Souls, like, I think they absolutely fucking killed it. So, we're looking for a certain enemy down here before we go down. He's extremely formidable. It's that guy with the shield. Oh, do make sure you go here and get your radiant bolts. I don't see him. Don't want him killing us either. I'm not sure where he is. I know his ass is supposed to. Oh, wow. So he spawns in after we go down. So if you do the drop, guys, you can pretty much out kill him, and you have to hit him like one more time when he's trying to get up, and he'll be dead. It's not that he's like this impossible guy to beat. He just has, you know, a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage. Now we're gonna move forward after you get your key, hit the dog, dead. Then we can go out this door and get the pendant, and that's the final and last thing we need for the Pilgrim's Perch key door. But out there are some formidable enemies. I told you guys, mini bosses return to regular enemies. Well, there's a regular enemy out there who's a mini boss you haven't even faced yet. So that's kind of a thing, you know what I mean? But we'll give it a shot. We did all the other doors. We got the armor. We got, you know, all the weapons. Might as well get the pendant. So this pendant's going to be for physical builds. It's going to boost your physical damage and your physical damage negation. Now, every enemy does physical, but most do other stuff as well. There's also a parasite. Let's see if we can get to it. Yeah. We might, you know, just try to ignore them. Alright. The pendant's right there, you know. Just gonna grab that and run for his fucking life. Because we didn't even grab our shortcut yet. And if they think they're tough, they want to come in here, that's fine with me. We can't get to it. Let's not waste our time and, you know, lose our souls. We did what we wanted to do. Oh, besides the most important thing in the world. Oh, you bitch. Thank you. So we're going to talk to her. Give her the key. Belinda, she's your blacksmith. The thing over there next to her, Sparky. It's like this immortal interstellar traveler. She has a prisoner because he knows where the rune tablets are. She wants them for her own greedy purposes. He wants the rune tablets to get his freedom. He's actually a pretty peaceful guy. Eventually we're going to decide between them. And that's what these conversations are about. So, after you get her dialogue, this is one of the instances where we want to quit out of the game and then load back in. And there's a good reason for that. That's because when she moves, you know, once you rest, she's going to move over to Skyrest Bridge and become our blacksmith. But when she does move, she's going to leave the cell door open and you go in here and grab 4 more small Derilliums. So at this point, we can go on up. Oops. We can go on up. Get our shortcut for the elevator, so this is going to take us right to the boss whenever we're ready. We still have one more path to take, one more quest item for Dunmire, so we're not done yet. We're not far off, but we're not done yet. Alright, so what we want to do is go on a rest, or not rest, warp to Skyrest. There's no need to rest. As soon as you fast travel, it rests you anyways, right? Now she's going to be back over here. There's her, there's Sparky. You're going to get a lot of dialogue about the rune tablets.
She has what? Speaking of, she's left.
Galinda, you would.
You know, as long
My name is.
He wants you to not aid her.
And now, girl,
And he refuses to tell you the rune tablets are, because most people want them for their own personal and evil purposes. So, we find them on our own. It's not an issue. At least for now, we have 20 small Derilliums. Let me get that up to +2. If we wanted, we can go on for +3. We only need 1 regular. We will find quite a bit of regulars, but not till Fitzroy's Gorge. And then besides that, let's go ahead and do we want to stick with the hammer or do we want to use something else? Because we're about to get upgrades. This is the time. I don't really think there's another, you know, choice. And this is the quality weapon I was talking about. It's more strength than quality. You know, 18 strength, 8 agility, which is nice physical. And you guys be able to use this right at the start if you're doing strength builds. It's only 2 levels, and you could have a phenomenal weapon, no passives or elemental, but still just a huge badass weapon. Really, really, really cool. But since we don't have any other options, I guess we might as well get both those to +2. Now I'm going to sell my other hammer so I don't accidentally upgrade the wrong one. If we do want to get upgrades again, sell my drops. See, I don't know if you just need to collect all the weapons or you have to actually have them in your inventory for the trophy. I don't know. Seems to me as once you've collected them, you've collected them, but I'm selling as much stuff as I can because we did, you know, just upgrade weapons and stuff like that. So these are drops, so I'll just keep 1 if you're trying to collect all your stuff. Penitent is a drop. Penitent is a drop. If it's a drop, don't worry about it. This is a drop. We're actually going to find one that's guaranteed if you do like it, so you don't have to worry about it. These are special things. That's a starter set. I don't think it's important, but just in case, save everything else. I do want to sell the hammer we're not upgrading because so we don't have to worry about it. Any equipped item is not going to be able to be sold anyway. So if it's here, it's not equipped. And after that, we're good. So we picked this up, a pendant incorporating the claw of a powerful beast, increased physical damage and physical defense. So it's good for, strength builds pretty much more than anything else. Or straight agility, whatever, you know what I mean? And where are we at? Almost 6,000. So let's go and use that to try to go ahead and get our endurance up a bit. Alright, 13. Then we can jump back over to Bell Room. We got 7 more levels to get in our endurance before we can move on. That's weight limit too, guys, so it is really important. So now both weapons are at +2. It's going to be a big difference. Look at that health we're getting to that guy now. So instead of swinging 3 times, we're looking at twice, We can definitely feel the difference in the damage we're going to get. Alright. Now we're just going to roll up into the water, and then we're going to take the other path before we wrap on up. Well, not before we wrap on up, but it finishes the area in full. Then we're able to take the bosses out, right? We're not worried about anything else here because we've got it. We've hit every path, we've got every item. So we do want to buff up here even with our upgrades because we have a moth lady we want to take down, right? So try to make that easy as possible on us. Gosh. Remember, we got holy, we got blood loss. Now this build would be a lot stronger if we used the hollowed praise and had, blood loss and holy on both things. Like I said, we need 4 levels to agility. If you guys want to do it, you can just start put your next 4 points there. All it's going to be is an early on option. I mean, if you went agility radiance instead, you could probably use both these weapons so in game, no problem. You get controls. Because both weapons doing holy, both doing blood loss, both doing physical, dual wielding, just gonna stack up their stash effects so fast, and really be damaging. For the area we're in, we're looking really good. So that's your next armor set. Which I'd say the armor doesn't look the best, but we're still like wearing robes at this point. So, because I think this is really ugly. It's just really weird looking. It's probably because of shorter pieces. It's not much better, but it's not bad. It actually is a lot better, to be honest. It's an actual armor set. Just take these clowns out. Get your souls. Now we're gonna go upstairs. Minor fire assaults. Max. This is going to take us out of the balcony. Now, this is overlooking, so as soon as you get out here, we'll go to the left. But this is overlooking the area we just cleared up, around all the bells and stuff. Like, that's right there, right where we just did. So, like I said, you could have went this way and got to all of it. But I didn't want to be like, oh, trust me, bro, you don't need to go that way. But there's obviously a whole path, right? So, to me, it's better to show that stuff off so no one has to worry about us missing anything. Now, I am aware that we need to go in Umbral down here, but we want that extra life. In case something happens, there's pretty tough guys like him right here. We're probably gonna, just make it look easy. But yeah, fighting him. You guys seen last time we fought him head up, he did a lot of damage. And he does this thing where he buffs his shield, and you hitting him and him blocking with the shield does damage to you. It's quite crazy. He has a chance to actually drop that spell. Unfortunately, there's certain spells in this game, the only way to get are actually farm for them, like a piece of armor or something. I've never seen the Souls like do that. It's kind of cool because no one else has done it, and it gives you a chance to get, spells that only enemies can get, right? So it's pretty neat. But yeah, if you want it, you're gonna have to farm it. So that's a bit unfortunate. All right, now we're gonna move forward here. Grab the scripture for Dunmire. That's going to be your Hollowed Sentinel scripture. Our third and final quest item out of this area. Now we want to enter Umbral. Get your stigma. Alright, now while that plays out, we're gonna work our way this way. We're gonna grab the penitent helmet or whatever it was, the agony, the spikehead dude's helmet. We sold one because we're 250 souls, but you know this one's guaranteed right here. So there you go. Or that's ardent, pensient head case. However the fuck you say that, leave me alone, y'all. Alright, so we're obviously getting fucked up by some bums right now. So let's take them out. We're gonna pull this. We want to stay buffed up. There's a moth lady and there's gonna be a bunch of her little dudes around, right? So the faster we put them down, obviously it's gonna be the better. Take all them out. You've got a lot of help. We don't want everyone hitting us while we're trying to fight a more dangerous enemy. So we can't keep distance from her. Better. That worked out pretty good. It's not hard to die here. It's not about getting good. It's just you're fucking so cramped in this spot, and they're just cornering you in there, right? Keeping you cornered. So, it's not hard to die. It doesn't matter if you're good or not. If we did pretty damn good there, that's definitely a pretty smooth run, but still. Always a risk. Alright, now moving forward, we have another spike head, and all we're trying to do is get back around to our visages. We're completely done here. So as we go down, don't drop yet. We're going to soul play him. Make sure it sticks. And that pendant we just got is going to add some to health. So early on, until we get something better, it'd be stupid not to put it on. So we have covered all the pendants we have at this point. Lighter load, lighter weight limit, gives you more attack power. With one for physical damage, typically you wouldn't get for a long time. So, but now I told you guys earlier there's a shortcut here and I said we get it. Well, it makes sense now just to get it on our way back. Not that one problem. We're on normal here. And this is another reason we want to get that stamina up. You guys see how often we're just running out of stamina. Alright. Nope, I thought I saw something. Then this just runs you all the way back. We'll be able to get to our visage. Rest, take out the bosses. There's going to be 2 bosses back to back. One's a mini boss. She's a holy archer who also has 3 dogs. We're going to have to play that out a certain way, obviously. But be careful about it, you know what I mean? But, you know, she's just a mini boss at the end of the day. The next is actually going to be a remembrance boss. So we're going to take our elevator back down. We got our upgrades. We got a pendant to give us more health. We're at 20 health, 15 endurance. We got a better weapon with blood loss. We're just in a really, really good spot. Just like the end of our first episode, getting the holy buff spell and getting a second hammer. I was like, you know, we're just in a really good spot. That's what I said. This game, just, you know, it takes care of you pretty well. There are things that can be troublesome sometimes, but for the most part, the game takes care of you pretty good. Just keeping you pretty powerful, pretty good damage if you know how to play it. Now if you're wasting, you know, like upgrade mats on weapons and, you know, then you don't have enough to upgrade your weapon, that's going to hold you back. Or you don't do all your optional areas to get good talismans and good items, that's going to hold you back. Just be cautious about what materials you use, even consumables. Be patient with your fights, make sure you get your upgrades, and just, you're always working on your build, right? Making sure you're doing all the areas, getting all the stuff, doing all the content, and you're pretty much always be in a good spot. Whether you struggle a bit or not, trust me, you'll be in the best spot you could be in. Now, Damaroos will be here if you exhausted all our dialogue.
So, butchers in
the sanctuary.
restoring fucking name's Damaroos. it. Adair's got.
So you need her for the Inferno ending if that's what you're going for. So right here she has a good spell. Adir's Rage, a shout sorcerer, which allows you to summon the rage of Adir within yourself, increasing all your damage types. So if you're doing fire, you're doing burn, you're doing physical, you're gonna get a boost to all of those, right? That is an evasion item. You can trade it at the Shrine of Orion or the Shrine of Adir to buy certain items, just like the Shrine of Aureus and the Umbral Shrine, the Mother's Shrine, whatever that was. Then now you have Fire Grenade. If you're trying to get all throwable items, you need that. Then she also sells Raw Mangler Axe. If you're doing an Inferno build early on, you got one guaranteed in the first zone. If you didn't get one from another drop from one of those guys, the Raw Mangler or the Rogar, then you can just buy a second one here. You're getting 60 burn on 2 weapons. You're getting fire on 2 weapons. You're getting physical on 2 weapons. So everybody should be in a good spot. We covered stuff for agility. We covered stuff for strength. We covered stuff for quality, for Radiance and Inferno. So everybody at this point has really good options, right? But yeah, just remember, if you're trying to get a Platinum, you have to buy every spell, no matter what kind of build you are. You need all the Umbral, all Inferno, and all Radiance. You also have to get all the weapons. So if that's what you want to do, like I said, for all the Platinums, this is the most annoying one to get. I would suggest just using this guide to play the game and beat it, have fun with it. I'm going to teach you how to get all the endings. I'm going to teach you how to get all the classes unlocked. There's a lot of multiplayer stuff, online stuff, invasion stuff, co-op stuff, and collecting some dumbass side quest and other things, just for some digital trophy that's a pat on the back at the end of the day. Now, I like getting Platinums, I do, but some games it's just more trouble than what it's worth, and this just happens to be one of them. Anyways, when we go in here, there's going to be dogs coming out to your right, and she's arching at. She's the archer trying to hit you with with arrows, with holy. They're going to shred through your health. So you're trying to, if you're winding up, you're trying to listen for her drawback and dodge out the way. That does a lot of damage. Now we get a one-on-one with her. Now the dogs will respawn. You almost have her dead. Damn, she's tanked through all that? That's crazy. You almost have her dead when the dogs spawn back in. Just keep beating her down. But if she has a lot of health left, you might want to take them out again. And she can jump around as well. But look at that. Also, we have 2 Soul Flay targets, so keep in mind, if the dog's coming back, you can just Soul Flay her. I mean, he's dead. But if they come back, you can just Soul Flay her, and while she's out of her body, take them out. You won't be able to damage her soul, but you can take them out, and then get back to that one-on-one fight, and it just, makes things really, really, really easy. Now, do not plant a seedling there. This is one of those times where you plant a seedling and then a visage is, 20 foot away, and it just wastes your seed, because we only have 2. That's it. We want to try to, be careful. What the fuck is it? We're trying to be careful and stack up as many of those as we can, because late game we're going to be using seedlings left and right. Being lazy, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I mean, if you're not in Umbral, you're fine. I'm going to pick up a poison resistance bomb, which would be really nice for the remembrance boss we're about to fight. He does do poison. It's not really that big of a problem. Usually I have him dead before you can get it off. Now that's the rest. We're not going to spend our levels if you're doing Strength Radiance, and there's a reason. We are, but we want to buy something here first. Remember, the traveling merchant, you can't just go to this guy yet. Not anytime you want. You're dependent on him showing up places. And since we got to the memorial, he's going to sell a really nice great hammer. 100 blood loss, a lot of holy, a lot of physical. Since our stat requirement, our main weapon is 28. If you look, this is only 20 strength and 26 radiance. We could reach that fairly quick. So because of that, I'm going to go and suggest you pick this up, because
may your path be blessed.
We're going to want to put more in health and endurance. So, like I said, 28. This is only 26. So, since we can get these stats much sooner, with like the ring we have on and putting some levels in, this will give us an earlier option. Now, this too is just about preference. They're just as good as each other. You know what I mean? The scaling's pretty much the same, but this is more quality scaling, while this is more holy damage, right? So that's, be up to you, but I think they're just as good as one another. I like Devotion Smite better. Smite is just really damaging late game, but it's a good option until we, able to reach these stats, so we can just, reach the bare minimum here, and then we get back in health and endurance and try to get that wrapped up, then go back to our damage stats, and when we do get enough, we can jump into this. It's just going to be smart, going through the game and getting our build put together properly. So we're still going to need, 14 levels, but you guys see we've already gotten like 30 since we started, so they're coming out 30. We got quite a bit. We got vitality up to 20. And we already got endurance up to 15, and those started below 10. So yeah, you got like 15 levels, and we're only in the second, really the end of the first area, as Red Corps is pretty much just introduction area. So we're definitely getting our levels early on. Damn, how short over? Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can sell some stuff. At least get one level.
Hello again, friend.
That's pretty much all I use my consumables for, is just selling shit. Oh, we're just short.
Hello again, friend.
Alright, let's go and grab a level for endurance. Putting that at 16. At this point, we're only four levels away from being wrapped up with health and endurance for a good, portion of the game and mid-game. With that being said, did we put... yes, we did. So we're getting extra health here. We're getting extra endurance, regeneration, and a little extra endurance, and then we're getting some strength to reach our requirements. So that's, really good build early on. This guy's like a big-ass blob. Now, if you die to him, you come back, and there'll be like little butterfly silhouettes of people, and you can use like Pietà to go in here and to help out. He is an Umbral-type enemy. He is poison. He's just like this really big blob, and that's, cutscene plays will talk about. So he can do a lot of slam attacks, and he just swipes into his arm. That's the main part. You're just dodging through. Anytime he misses attack, he leaves himself open, right? And you're just trying to take advantage of that. Now, he does have a parasite. I believe that it's better just to ignore it. So, you see how you just left himself open there? It's okay. Faster you look. Dodge. Punish. Dodge. Alright, just gonna rebuff. Oh. It's okay. I mean, if he gets this, he gets it. With that, yeah, that's the biggest one. He barely hit us with it, but he didn't get the whole thing off. It looks like. So what that's gonna do is that's the one attack I'd watch out for. He's kind of reaching across. He's sliding across the whole field. But like I said, also if you want to keep poison resistance on, you can. But we can pretty much just heal through it. It's just, dodging is bullshit. And then, when he leaves himself open, we're, gonna take advantage of that. Now, it wasn't a perfect run, but it wasn't bad, right? Little to no issue first try. That's the second Remembrance boss in a row we got first try. That's what I'm saying, guys. If you just play it a certain way, you're careful, you're patient. You're, you're not getting too greedy, and it's just the same for every boss, to be completely honest. It's not too bad. Let's go and pull that Remembrance. Now we're going to go forward, not plant a seedling, as there is a message up here, but we're just going to grab some items. We're going to stay in Umbral, and then we're going to go talk about our boss remembrances, both of them, before we close on out. So you do need Umbral Scouring to buy boss weapons, armor, and spells. Pietà, if you want it, it's a really, really, really good weapon. It's not as good as it used to be. It's for pure radiant, so you need 40 Umbral Scourers. We don't have that many yet, but we will by next episode. I can damn well guarantee it. In fact, we gotta circle around. Or did we get that one? I think there's two though, isn't there? Or may have been farther down. There's like some consumables laying around here, so make sure we get them. And then there's also a side path right here. Alright, now we're going to go over here to the left, right next to the platform leading up to progress. There should be some poison arrows. All weapon type trophy, gotta have it. Now, leaving here, I'm sure you guys already seen the business, just make sure you grab it. can go right over here, grab this, grab some levels. Well, we need 2 more points. Now, before we close on out, I was going to try to knock out, there's like a little side path there, I was going to try to knock it out, but we don't have the time. So let's at least talk about our boss remembrances so we can close out on a good note, knowing everything that we have done is fully covered. We can go right here.
Harbor many of the more believe it, and yet, is that not a sign?
Alright, don't have any upgrades yet. We just want to keep exhausting all dialogue as we go. Now, we're going to go down here, turn in our 3 quest items to Dumbmeyer. I do believe this is the point where he sells some really nice armor. It's like armor you could use the whole game. It's really nice.
While even the all facets of the
That's 2, and then
while even all
said.
facets of the 2 fellow, one a paladin who sacrificed himself to facilitate your resurrection. The other, when she stood at the council of an apparat, Harroward, a fitting place for whatever, for they are nothing but.
So when he talks about Durgla, you know you're good.
Purpose, Crusader.
Actually, you should be
serve a
selling.
higher purpose, Crusader. If the abominable road to demand more, for there is death is a merciful. You serve a higher purpose, Crusader.
You should have the.
Whatever poison, for they are nothing but the.
Alright, we're gonna go rest and then report back to him. He should be selling the armor. Now, it could be after we give him the rosary in the bin, but I thought it already happened. Let's go look. So a lot in the game you'll progress and he'll give you new dialogue or whatever, but he won't have any new items. You gotta rest and then you'll be able to get it.
You serve a higher
There you go.
purpose, Crusader.
Yeah, I figured. So right here, I really like this set of armor. I'll use it the whole playthrough. And then these also go very well with it. In fact, the whole set I just really like it a lot. But we can go throw that on. And I'll probably use this the whole playthrough, to be completely honest. I don't have the leggings I want yet. I don't know if we have enough to sell.
You serve
them,
a higher purpose, Crusader.
We might just have to wait, because, yeah, we'll wait. We'll get the leggings next time we come here. We're not going to have enough. But it's a really nice set, especially when you start getting into your teams. Now, I like the, what is it? Just the exclusive gold team. Just looks really nice with the red. Just really nice. Gold shoulder pads. Just really dope. We'll just get everything to match. It just looks really good together. You know what I mean? Just solid ass choice early on. Obviously, this helm and these leggings aren't going to stay. It's a really good choice for now. But yeah, early on, look, we've only done, what, 3 episodes. We got badass armor set. We got badass weapons and spells. And, I mean, you name it. It's in a really good spot. So just go ahead and exit Umbral. Or enter Umbral. Talk to Molhu. I forgot if we turned in any, or even interact with this yet. Looked out, yeah, there you go. Putrid Mother's Embrace. You need that for a secret quest. We have 13, so we can go right here. And these are from avenging fallen players. Is, you know, get 3 eyeballs every time you avenge somebody. So 3 eyeballs is worth 1 Umbral Scouring. It's just a quick and easy way to help get more Umbral Scourings. At this time, we have 38. We go pop 1 Stigma and we can get Pieta's weapon. We won't reach the requirements for it yet, but it's only 7 levels, so. Now, give him the Bowl of Revelations that allows you to turn in Boss Remembrance, all Boss Remembrances, and now we can offer Remembrance. We have Pieta's and the Congregator of Flesh. Pieta's, right here, 40 Umbral Scourings. We get her weapon, pure, holy weapon only. It's going to have high radiance scaling. It's going to be up there for sure. 25 radiance requirement. It's just a really good weapon. 90 smite build up as well. So every few hits, you're getting like a lightning bolt that comes down and shreds enemies. Then we could also go here and grab a spell. So we can't use it until we reach 30 radiance. Got to keep that in mind. But it summons 2 clones to come down. Just do 1 attack. But it could be pretty damaging. You know, fully leveled up on a catalyst and having high stats. You know, with your radiance. And then this one's just really lackluster. So strength radiance, physical wither, no passives. That's it. I wasn't too impressed with it. Oh yeah, and then for Umbral builds you need 22. Unleash a shower of rotting body parts and a sword of flesh. Even on my Umbral build, I was never interested in it. You guys might like it. I don't know. I never, you know, I was just like, there's so much better options at the end of the day. You can come here and talk to Andreas, get the key to the pipe. We're not ready for that. So for now, we're going to jump back over to the fin and close on out. Because we have about 15 seconds left of recording, and I don't want it to cut us off. So, next episode, we're going to start going through, working our way through the fin, get a catalyst we could use for most of the game. That's a pretty good choice. Start upgrading that, and just have some good stuff. So, we'll see y'all back here shortly to take on our next region.